Hello and welcome to Our Year with the Ears, our daily vlog where we relive our year living in the Walt Disney World resorts in 2019. Today is day 45. Happy Valentine's Day!
Yeah, we are celebrating in the most romantic way possible by packing up all our stuff and moving to a new room. Isn't it great?
Woo!
So we're going to head down to the Club Level Lounge to kick things off with breakfast because once again, we are still Club Level here at Contemporary. We want to take advantage of that food. So we're going to grab those grab-and-go items that they had and take them back to the room to eat while we're packing up and getting ready this morning. Then we're going to pack up all of our bags and call Bell Services, and I've got to find out where we're going to go for the next room if I'm going to call Bell Services. So I pulled out this handy-dandy spreadsheet that I have, looked it up and said, okay, we're going to Caribbean Beach. A little bit of a step down from Contemporary Club Level, just a little, but that's okay. So I call up Bell Services, say I need a transfer to Caribbean Beach. They come up to get our bags. While they're on the way up, I go ahead and pack up our backpacks and things and check the safe to make sure that's empty. And so I start putting the other things away, and then I check the safe to make sure that's empty. And then I was talking to Alyssa, and then she checked the safe to make sure that's empty. And you kind of get the theme.
We were not leaving anything in the safe.
And before we left the room, we also checked the safe to make sure that it's empty because we were a little bit overcautious about that now, I think. And it's probably going to be the way it is the rest of the year because our experience has taught us well.
Live and learn.
Right? So Bell Services came, got our bags, we took our stuff and headed down. We thought we'd go see is there anything else going on for Valentine's Day with the activities or whatever. Turns out there really wasn't much going on, just your typical daily activities. They added like a Valentine's theming to it, but that was about it. No special games or activities or anything. So heading out to the car, we did make a stop at the front desk to talk to the front desk about the issues we'd been having with the internet.
Yes, we wanted to let them know that it was still a problem, and so while we were waiting, there was someone in front of us. It happened to be one of the gentlemen that was upstairs, club level, who was also having problems with the internet. He was loudly voicing his concerns. So after he voiced his concerns, we walked up and just said, we're not gonna yell, it's not us. But we did want to let you know the same thing, actually. He was right. The internet has not been working, not just in the lounge, but not in our room either. We know a decent amount about internet, so there was a problem there on the other end, the IT side. It needs to be fixed. That was a problem being club level. You expect better service. So just wanted to let you know so that it can be fixed for future guests so that they don't have the same problem. She was very sweet. She apologized. And she actually went and got a manager, and Robert ended up talking to him for a bit.
Yeah, and I was telling him about how we're, living in the resorts, and we're checking out, going to another resort, because he was asking, well, if you're still here, let me see if I can do something to help fix it. I'm like, we checked out, we're good. We're heading to another resort. We'll come back here eventually, but right now we don't have another room booked here. At least anytime in the near future, we have through the end of April booked, and we don't have anything at Contemporary, because spring break rates, we do not want to be at a deluxe for spring break. So he said, okay, well, since you don't have a room here, here's what I'm going to do. I will give you a card that lets you access club level for 24 hours from the first time that you hit it. So I'm going to give you this card. It's good for about 30 days. If you needed to extend it past that 30 days, come back and talk to me. But it should be fine if you can get here within 30 days. Come and just spend a day, relax in club level, have the drinks, have breakfast, have dinner, have whatever you want. But you can come here and just spend the day hanging out in club level.
He wanted to make sure that we had a better experience in club level, and that's not to say that it was terrible. We really enjoyed being at Contemporary Club Level, the view, the food, the cast members, but he wanted to make sure that we had a better experience when we came back, and it was very sweet of him, very kind. Again, the cast members are amazing, and they're so sweet to try and take care of any issues you have. And we just wanted to let them know about the problems so that it could be fixed.
So we are looking forward to using that in the future, and I'm going to put that in with the money and stuff that goes in the safe so I don't lose it or leave it in another room on accident. Yeah, that's not going to happen again.
No, it will not.
No, it's not. Not going to happen again. So we put all of our stuff in the car and headed over to Caribbean Beach to check in. We got there. I went ahead and looked closer at the spreadsheet to see where we're checking into and talked to the front desk to see if our room's ready. And turns out we were checking into...
Wait for it.
I wasn't going to make them wait for it. I was just going to tell them. It's just so exciting. I had to get it out. We're staying in a pirate room.
Best room ever.
Yay! So romantic.
Happy Valentine's Day to us.
Because I love you.
I actually did look at the spreadsheet ahead of time and realized a few days before where we would be on Valentine's when I was prepping for Valentine's Day, just to see where we'd be and try and plan some dining. And that's when I noticed the pirate room was what had been scheduled for that day. I chose not to say anything and just wait for that moment that he realized it.
I definitely did realize it. And you know what? It was just intentional because you are a treasure. I wanted you to know that.
A pirate treasure?
You're my treasure. You're my treasure. Yeah, that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought this might be a good time to give Alyssa the rose that I got her from Contemporary. Whenever she wasn't really paying attention, she was busy doing something else, I sneaked down to the 4th floor and grabbed one of the roses they had for sale there and kind of hid it with my laptop bag and stuff. So I thought this would be a good time to give it to her, to let her know how much I care as we get ready to go and do a room tour and everything in this pirate room.
Isn't he sweet?
I'm so sweet. I try so hard sometimes.
I know. I'm so proud of you. So I did get a rose, and we did stay in the pirate room at Caribbean Beach on Valentine's Day.
Okay, I will put this out there for my own defense. The pirate rooms are one of the only rooms, in fact, the only room at this point, that had availability on Valentine's Day since we booked so late in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I did look several times and try to get different things, but the pirate room was the only thing I could get. So it wasn't entirely my fault. I mean, I did wait to book, so I guess that was my... You know what? It's fine. The pirate room was totally on purpose. It's good.
Thankfully, it was a really cool room. The theming in the pirate room is amazing. If you've never stayed in the pirate room at Caribbean Beach, the floor has like this really awesome map in it that's a compass. The refrigerator is actually in like a barrel, and the bed is actually a ship. And it's really awesome, really cool.
Giant pirate ship. The dresser is crates.
Yes.
It's really cool too. And there's just little pirate things.
Just details
everywhere. Completely detailed. I love the painting on the wall from Pirates of the Caribbean. It's an awesome, like from the ride, it's an awesome, awesome detail in there. So as we went around the room, seeing all these details, checking them out, taking pictures of them, we knew that we were going to have to also do a room tour. So we're taking note of all the different things we need to point out and decided to do a room tour. And of course, we had to tell everyone in the room tour, live on Facebook, how amazing this room was that we have before we revealed it to them, to see that, well, it's amazing, but not in like a Valentine's Day romantic kind of way, probably for most people.
If we ever did a blog post about, you know, places to stay on Valentine's for couples, I will tell you that the pirate room at Caribbean Beach would not be on that list.
Anywhere.
It's memorable.
Memorable's a good word.
Haven't forgotten where we stayed.
Never
but
will.
It would not be on that list.
She will never let me forget where we stayed. But if you'd like to see a little bit of that room and see some of the detail that we're talking about, here is a clip from the room tour. And it is a fully, completely decked out pirate theme in these rooms. You've got the ships that are the beds. And you can see the ship all the way across there. It's even got the little bow on the end. The ship is the bed. There are 2 of those. They've got the compass from Pirates of the Caribbean, Jack Sparrow's compass there. The carpet has a giant map woven into it from Pirates of the Caribbean. The drawers in the room are actually crates from the East India Trading Company, which is also from the Pirates of the Caribbean movies. There is a massive pirate flag on the curtain that is the bathroom area. They've got the lanterns up here as your light sources in this part of the room. And your mini fridge is inside of a giant barrel. And I do have the full room tour, including that introduction, linked down below in the description and up above. And we also went back to a different view pirate room later in the year. So if you'd like to see a little bit higher quality version room tour that's 4K, you can check that link out in the description as well.
After getting all of our pictures and video, doing the room tours, all that, we headed to the front so we could try the quick service. We had never eaten at Caribbean Beach before, didn't know what to expect. Of course, we managed to get there during that time that they're closed. So between breakfast and lunch, they do close for an hour so that they can change over the kitchen. Same thing, lunch and dinner, they close for an hour. We managed to somehow go within that hour. It's not like it's a really long time. So we did have to wait. Finally got our food after they reopened and we ordered. And it was okay. I mean, it wasn't bad.
It was just not at all what I was expecting. So I got a pulled pork sandwich that had some slaw on top.
It sounded really good.
It sounded good. It looked good, but the pulled pork was not your typical pulled pork. It was like a Caribbean-inspired pulled pork, which was just not what I was expecting, I guess. I mean, I should have expected it because we're at Caribbean Beach, but it wasn't really indicated on the menu or anything. And so there was a lot of like black pepper in there and stuff. It just wasn't really what I wanted. So I thought, okay, well, that's not really what I wanted. Maybe I'll try some of your food, because Alyssa got the jerk chicken flatbread, which is basically like pizza with jerk chicken and peppers on top. And
I didn't realize exactly what that meant. So what it meant was it's going to be spicy. And if you've heard before in the videos, I don't do spicy food. I'm a huge chicken when it comes to spicy. and I took one bite and was like, oh.
Yeah, she ate a little bit of my pork. That was kind of the pork and the fries. That was basically what Alyssa had. And then I thought I'd try the flatbread. She said it's really spicy. It had a little bit of heat. It was jerk chicken's gonna have a little bit of heat. Yeah. But it was weird. Like having those items on top of a pizza is just not at all what I want.
It just wasn't our preference.
It was a very odd combination for me. And I like jerk chicken. In fact, I'm going to have some other items later on at Caribbean Beach probably that are jerk chicken because I enjoy the flavors. Just on top of a pizza, I'm not really a fan of that.
We just weren't fans of that. So we did go back to the room, and at least now we've eaten some food. We called Bell Services because it's about that time. They brought our luggage, and then we got ready for the evening and headed over to Magic Kingdom. We are celebrating Valentine's Day at Walt Disney World. We wanted to go get some pictures and just see if they were doing anything special maybe for the day. We found a couple little treats, but that was about it. Nothing really special or big, no parades or anything, which is fine. We just wanted to see. But we did take some pictures on Main Street, and the PhotoPass photographer did such a wonderful job posing us, taking the pictures. They turned out so cute and so sweet. Of course, I had to bring my rose that he gave me.
Yeah, see, I am romantic. I gave her a rose, and she carried it around. It's okay. It's all good. The pirate room's just an afterthought at this point.
But that's all it takes. After spending a couple hours in Magic Kingdom together, just enjoying being together for the day, we took the bus back to Caribbean Beach because we had reservations at Sebastian's Bistro. I'd made these reservations when I saw a few days ago that we were going to be at Caribbean Beach, and this is their table service restaurant. We had never eaten here before, and they had not been open very long, so there weren't a lot of reviews out about them. But we were so impressed with this place. It is so pretty inside, and the food was amazing.
Yeah, we were not really expecting much going into it. There were some mixed reviews out there on it, but some of them were old from before, and it was a different thing. So I was kind of iffy on it. And then they had a special Valentine's Day menu that we could order from, and I was like, okay, well, do I do regular menu? Do I do Valentine's menu? And then we walked in and looked around like, this is a really pretty place. And I'm hoping the food matches up to the atmosphere, and it definitely did. It did not disappoint at all. So being a special occasion, we decided to order some special drinks. They did have several non-alcoholic mocktails there on the menu, and I wanted to try the Mutiny Punch, which was a ginger beer that had things like pineapple and raspberry and lime and cinnamon in it. A very interesting but very pretty
Sounded very
drink.
weird to me.
It did sound weird, but I loved it. I'm also a big fan of ginger beer anyway. I like it a lot more than ginger ale because it has more of a bite to it, and I think it's a really nice drink. So I personally loved that one. Alyssa did not try it because she doesn't do sodas at all. So she got the Landlubber Lemonade, which was an Adwala lemonade, which is all natural. It doesn't have any colors or sweeteners or anything in it, so she can have that. And it had some citrus juice added to it, as well as grenadine, and we did get to check the ingredients. No artificial colors, so she's good to go and can drink that.
And they made beautiful pictures.
Absolutely beautiful pictures with those lights behind it. And the decor in here was just great. So definitely kicking things off on the right foot with these really pretty and really tasty drinks. So looking at the menu, we wanted to order at least most of the things from the regular menu. We decided to order the dessert, though, from the Valentine's Day menu. So we'll get to that one in just a minute. We kicked things off at the server's recommendation with the Caribbean pull-apart rolls with mango butter. Oh my word.
Yes.
These
they are as good as they sound.
Are incredible. They're these light, fluffy, almost like Hawaiian rolls, but not quite as bread-like. They're more like flaky, like a crescent roll almost or something. And then they have this mango butter to go on it that was sweet, and oh my goodness.
Of course, it melted on there.
Oh yeah, because it came out hot.
Warm.
Yeah, and it's so good.
It was so good.
I could go back and just get a couple orders of those rolls and be a very happy person because that was really good. And then I also got the Jamaican meat pies. Alyssa didn't really want to try them because she's not big into fried foods necessarily. So I got them for myself. It sounded really good, looked really good. It came out, it was pretty good. It was basically a meat-filled pie that was deep fried. I liked it a lot, however, it was very filling. It was a very heavy food, and I didn't want to ruin my dinner, so I only ate about half of one of them because I wanted to save room for dinner because dinner looked really, really good when we were looking at the stuff on the menu.
I'm always a big fan of asking the server what they recommend because they'll usually give pretty good recommendations. I don't want to know what's popular, I want to know what's good. And one of the things that was recommended was the shrimp and tamales, which is what I got. Wasn't spicy, thankfully. I made sure about that. but it was so delicious. It had so much flavor. It wasn't super filling, which I was really grateful for because I didn't want to have a heavy meal sitting on my stomach, but it was so good. I loved it, absolutely loved it. Robert got the pork shoulder, and he had a good amount of food on his plate.
Yeah, so it's almost like a build your own taco type setup with the beans and the rice and the pork. That pork shoulder was so good. It was just falling apart. It was shredded. It was so good.
His had a lot of flavor too.
Ton
I
of
really
flavor
enjoyed
to
it.
And it wasn't spicy. I kind of expected a little bit of spice after having our experience before with the quick service. I thought maybe everything here is spicy, and then no, it wasn't spicy at all. It was just really, really full of flavor and really good.
It was. We were so happy we went there for dinner. It was the perfect place to go. The atmosphere, it was really quiet. It was so pretty there, and we had such good food. But now it's time for dessert, and we saved a little bit of room. We didn't have a lot of room after this because those rolls and then the meat pies you had, our meals. But we did not finish the meal. We did save some for later because we enjoy getting leftovers. So we decided to order off of the Valentine's menu just for the day for dessert because nothing on the main menu really stuck out to us.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure it was good, but on the Valentine's menu, they did have one item stood out pretty strongly to us, and that was the flourless chocolate cake. We are both big fans of flourless chocolate cake at pretty much anywhere Disney has it because they tend to do it right. Now, we did talk to the server and had them go speak with the chef just to make sure because this flourless chocolate cake, they actually had a little sample out because they were showing off their Valentine's menu, had something red on top. And wanted to verify, like, is that food coloring or is that just strawberry or raspberry? What is it? Turns out it was raspberry. There was no food coloring involved whatsoever. It was 100% natural. So Alyssa was okay to eat it, and I did not have to eat the entire thing by myself, which would have been such a tragedy. I wanted to share because I love you so much.
And I pretty much ate most of the dessert. He did try it.
I did try it. It was really good.
Both of us were really full, and he had the meat pies on top of that, so
I had gotten
we did have to share dessert because we did not have the room. After finishing up our late dinner, we ended about 10:30 or so. We headed back to the room to drop off our food, put it in the mini fridge there before taking a walk, and it was very pretty at night. There's the water there and not a lot of people out that late at night.
It's really peaceful.
And we're still prepping for that half marathon coming up. So we didn't walk quickly tonight because we just wanted to enjoy the evening and we had eaten a lot of food.
I was pretty full. Walking quickly was not going to be an option for me.
But we did walk just to make sure that we were getting some steps in and making sure we're trying to prepare ourselves for what was coming in a couple weeks. And that was the end of our Valentine's Day today that we spent at Walt Disney World.
So romantic. So romantic.
Gotta enjoy those pirate rooms while we can. So we'll see you tomorrow.
For our Year with the Ears.